Stuff. We all have stuff. You, me, Steve Jobs, Oprah. I'm guessing a lot of people have a space in their home that looks something like this, right? Garage, storage locker, just somewhere where stuff tends to gather and not really do much of anything. I do. I think everybody does. But I want to tell you a story about a time I lost all my stuff, because I love to tell stories. So in 2014, my partner Grant and I moved to South Africa. Now, he's originally from there, but for me, this was a huge deal. I quit my job, I sold my car, I put all of my stuff into storage, and off we went to Cape Town. Now, this was a terrifying moment for me. It was exciting, but it was also terrifying, and so to psych ourselves up, we used to say, well, this is a life adventure, okay? This is a story, and we're never going to regret moving to South Africa for a little while. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you what happened. On our second night in Cape Town, we got robbed. While we slept in the next room, someone broke into our flat and stole everything. Bags, credit cards, passports, driver's licenses, phones, chargers, all that stuff, gone. It's that nightmare scenario, right? I have to say, just as an aside, I actually don't regret my time in South Africa at all. It looks like this, it's gorgeous. But we ended up, because we'd lost our passports, we were stuck there for 11 weeks, unable to travel, unable to leave the country. This is us at the Department of Home Affairs. So 11 weeks, that gave us a lot of time to think. And what we thought was, maybe we should try Vancouver. It's supposed to be pretty there too, yeah? So we come to Vancouver, we've got 2 suitcases, a guitar, and really not much else, because remember, everything is in storage. We also didn't have a community here. So this is the airbed that we slept on when we first got here for weeks in an empty apartment. And it really caused me to think. We rely so heavily on our communities in times of need, but what about when the community isn't, for whatever reason, available? What do you do? How do you get what you need? 2 years later, I founded Coop. As she mentioned, Coop is a sharing economy platform that allows neighbors to rent things from each other. So here's a little how the platform works. When you want to post something, you just post a photo and a couple of things about the item, year you bought it, how much you paid for it, and we'll tell you a fair price. On the other side, it's very easy to search for what you need, so you can just search for what's right around you or search for exactly what you need, like a snowboard. And we have insurance on the platform that's very important. Everyone asks, yes, we do. We cover everything. We also process payments and do delivery, so really thinking about how to keep it easy. Of course, we help people save money, so we're 30 to 40% cheaper than a bricks and mortar rental store. And you can make money from stuff you have just sitting around, so getting that stuff out of your closet and into the hands of people who can use it. Of course, the goal is to help people to connect and share resources, but the really big goal, the big, hairy, audacious goal, is to divert things from landfills, because we're going to shift consumption patterns over time. Now, we know that people are increasingly more interested in experience, not consumption. When I talk about people, I do, of course, mean millennials. Millennials are the best. They are 3 times more likely than everybody else to participate in the sharing economy. Now, this is an academic paper, I know you can't read it, but basically what it says is that millennials are increasingly interested in not having identities that are based on consumption and possessions like their parents, but more on relationships and experiences. Now, that is so core to understanding how important the future of the sharing economy actually is. Now, this is very touchy-feely, right? Relationships and experiences. This is why I got into it. But there is real money to be made here too, so let's talk commerce. In the year 2025, revenues from the sharing economy are going to grow to $335 billion. This is only 7 years away. So it's important that every business learn to adapt and bring this on board. So you may be asking, well, how can I get involved? Well, the good news is Coop exists. You can go right now and sign up for it. But I do want to leave you with 3 calls to action. So one is rent out your inventory. We work with a small business here in Vancouver. They're a video production company. They have nothing to do with rentals. But they've started renting out their drones and camera equipment to wedding photographers on the weekend, and they're earning a secondary income stream from it. It's amazing. 2, encourage and incentivize your employees to share things. So these kinds of platforms work really great when there's a pre-existing sense of trust and community. So that could be an apartment building or a city block, but it could also be a workplace or a community association. And third is to make your business a pick-up and drop-off location for peer-to-peer rentals. This is a real opportunity because it's not actually happening in Canada yet, but it is happening in France. And people love it, it's very convenient, and it provides a little extra foot traffic for the businesses. So, of course, we are wanting to enable the world to share resources. That's kind of our overall vision. But we're based in Vancouver now, but we're working on our expansion plans. So if this is something that you think would be really great in your city, please do get in touch. If you'd like to partner with us, you can also get in touch if you want to hear more about the sharing economy or South Africa. I love to talk about all that stuff, so please do get in touch with me. Thank you so much for having me.